So are you guys ready for the climactic battle between Goku and Luffy? One that has been foreshadowed and hinted at since the first chapter of Dragon Ball X One Piece. The battle that you and all your friends are going to be recreating with Jump Force when it comes and drops in a few weeks. Well, to all our cries and pleas and hopes, the creator of Dragon Ball X One Piece had an answer for us in chapter 2, and it was...
Yeah, they're on their way. They're still coming. Don't worry, they're coming. They're on their way. They're gonna be amazing.
Know your place, worm. Prepare yourself. Damn Saiyan.
So as always, make sure you go ahead and check out Chapter 1 of Dragon Ball X One Piece. I'm going to have a link to it in the description below, and eventually I will have both in a playlist that you can go ahead and check out as well. Chapter 2 begins where Chapter 1 left off, so if you want to go ahead and watch that video first or read that chapter first, I'm going to give you a few seconds and pause the video, then come back and... Okay, the beginning of this chapter starts with Zoro pinning Goku with all his swords. Now, Goku in his head is thinking, okay, I shouldn't be worried about this because there's no way that he can actually hurt me until Zoro does. His sword cuts right through Goku's neck, just enough to show Goku that these swords can actually cut through his skin. Now, a lot of you guys are probably screaming in your head, how can normal swords cut Goku? Well, if you guys don't remember, in Dragon Ball Super, a bullet hurt Goku when he didn't train for a few weeks, when he fell off of training for a limited amount of time. So, it is possible this could happen, plus this isn't even that Goku. This isn't Dragon Ball Super Goku. This is Goku that only has Kaioken. He came from King Kai's world, and King Kai shot him into this other universe so he can train. So he's far weaker than the Dragon Ball Super Goku, so swords cutting him and hurting him, especially with his guard down, I buy it. Especially since the rest of the chapter seems to acknowledge this, and then Goku ends up powering up because he needs to get Zoro off of him, and he goes into what is one of my favorite non-forms, which is False Super Saiyan, or at least it looks kind of like False Super Saiyan. Remember, he doesn't have Super Saiyan. He goes into this state where his hair looks like Super Saiyan, but it's still black. And this ends up pushing Zoro off of him, also pushes Usopp into the wall, probably taking him out of commission for the rest of the fight. Now, unfortunately for Goku, he ends up losing track of Zoro during his burst, and he's trying to find him as fast as he can, trying to sense his ki, trying to sense something. Remember, Goku can sense ki, but he's also a professional martial artist, so he should be able to sense at least the presence of somebody, and that's exactly what happens. He catches Zoro right as Zoro is coming at his head with all his swords and delivers a seemingly knockout punch, but it only pisses off Zoro, and he realizes that Goku's got some strange and interesting techniques that he's using that he's never seen before, but Zoro has some tricks up his sleeve as well, and he seems to use his ultimate attack to try to cut Goku, but Goku is far too fast. And unfortunately for Zoro, Goku dodges and retaliates. He's fast enough to do anything, really, and control the momentum of this fight. Zoro gains Goku's blind spot and tells him that you will not be able to dodge this, but as he tries to deliver his cut, Goku disappears. And he disappears right behind him, and cocky Goku is awesome. He goes, "Did you just say I won't avoid it?" And then boom! With a booming kick, Sanji blasts Goku across the ship and responds, "Yeah," and he was right. This is my favorite panel of this chapter because of the sheer badassery that comes from the Straw Hat Pirates and the fact that Goku's been teleporting and controlling this entire fight when he's facing one-on-one against these pirates, but against two, he needs to start watching his moves. He needs to be taking this fight a little bit more seriously. As Goku manages to stand up, Frankie actually sneaks an attack, his ultimate attack, on Goku while he's lost his wits about him, and this knocks Goku into the water. This fight needs to be taken a little bit more seriously than what he's been giving it up to this point. So he quickly dashes back to the ship and blasts Frankie into oblivion. After seeing one of their crewmates decimated in this way, Sanji and Zoro dash in trying to stop Goku, but Goku is on a completely different level. To these guys, he's basically a god and takes them out in just a few short panels. It's brutal. And that's when Luffy finally arrives to his ship and we can finally get to the main event in the next video. This is going to be BlackScape signing off. Take care, guys.